ayes and 11 nays, the Senate does concur in House amendments to substitute Senate Bill number 1.
Happening right now at 6, a highly controversial Senate Bill 1 now headed to Governor Mike DeWine's desk.
It is set to transform higher education in Ohio. Among other changes, the bill eliminates diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at the state's public colleges and universities.
So will Governor Mike DeWine actually sign it? Jeremiah Wilcox is asking him that question. All right, tonight we are learning a lot more about the suspect accused of raping and killing his own 13-year-old daughter, Darnell Jones, who also goes by the name Darnell Ogletree, was set to be in court this morning, but he's still recovering in the hospital after being shot by police. That shooting happened yesterday morning in Victorian Village after a 2-day investigation. Now, police tell us that he did have a gun. A neighbor actually shared this picture of that gun with us, recovered from the scene. Now, it is a bit hard to see here, but if you look closely, this is the gun right here. Now, right now, the BCI is leading this investigation into this shooting, and tonight we're also getting new video from neighbors showing Jones just moments before that shooting and after he was shot. And it turns out this is not the first time that he's been arrested right here in the city of Columbus. Steve Levine has the very latest.
Jones. Let me make something very clear about food banks. No one's a bigger supporter of food banks than Mike and Fran DeWine.
Today, Governor Mike DeWine providing a bit more insight into why he's cutting funding for food banks in his latest state budget plan. In the latest plan that he outlined to the state, food banks would get just over $24 million.
That's $7.5 million less than previous years, but the governor says that money was a well-used one-time supplement. In the football fever, we are less than 1 month away now from the NFL draft, so time's running out for former Buckeyes to make a big impression.
And players, of course, have been training since the national championship season ended, and today was the final exam. Ohio State Pro Day. Sports director Dave Holmes had a front row seat. All right, check this out. Today, meteorologist Sarah Converse was out at Norwood Elementary School in West Jefferson to give a lesson about the weather. You can see a bunch of kids there gathered around to learn about fronts and pressure systems and also put together a forecast. Sarah even did a fun experiment to demonstrate how cold air sinks and warm air rises. And Marshall, I got to say, it looks like some smart kids there. You might have some great fill-ins on those vacation days. What do you think?
You know, there may be some opportunities there. Just keep learning and maybe it'll happen.
Maybe we'll both take vacation days to go to the state fair to the 80s party for seniors.
So for 119 days from now is when the state fair begins.
Yeah.
And we will be getting our Golden Buckeye passes.
That's right. We're getting
there.
our Buckeye passes, us seniors.
Senior day.
Hey, whoever put that out, trust me, you are in trouble. Expect an angry email.
You know, you're actually included in this, Rodney.
Well, I'm just saying, hey, I'm not upset about it. I'll take my senior pass. It's all good. It's all good.
You're embracing
Hopefully it
it.
comes with lunch, too. How about that?
If you're headed downtown or down to Cincinnati for...
We're following a number of developing stories tonight, including new information about the suspect shot by Columbus police today. He was wanted for the rape and brutal murder of his 13-year-old daughter. The new evidence investigators are gathering in this case tonight. And OSU students lifting their voices and sharing their concerns, speaking out on everything from campus housing issues to pushback from university administration over protests on campus. We've got more on the fight that organizers say will not be ending today.
We are still keeping an eye on the radar because a few showers are still possible. The updated forecast includes a significant warm-up and the chance for some storms. Coming up, we're planning ahead.
And the Columbus Clippers back home on the field and ready to kick off the season next week. We've got a preview of the season ahead. Those stories and breaking news as it happens right now on Good Evening Columbus.
Good Evening Columbus on ABC6 starts now.
A man accused of killing his 13-year-old daughter is in the hospital after being shot by a Columbus SWAT officer. He's set to be in court tomorrow. This all started around 10 this morning at the corner of Denison and 2nd Avenue in Victorian Village. Columbus police have ID'd the suspect as Darnell Jones. He also goes by the name Darnell Ogletree. This is video from our sister station in Toledo. He spoke with them about his daughter's disappearance, the same young girl he's now accused of killing. Tonight we have team coverage of this investigation. Steve Levine has more information on what led up to that gunfire. Toledo police discovered the body of his daughter just about 24 hours ago. They say Jones was the last person to see her alive. Lisa Rantala has that side of the story tonight. Jones has been charged with felonious assault for the SWAT incident and is set to be in court here in Columbus tomorrow. Of course, we will be in court covering developments. For the very latest, download the ABC6 app, search WSYX ABC6 in your app store. Tonight, the man accused of killing a correctional officer in Ross County has been indicted. The Ohio State Highway Patrol says Rashawn Cannon is charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder. Investigators say Cannon attacked Officer Andrew Lansing at Ross Correctional Institution on Christmas Day. Lansing died from serious injuries to the head. Cannon was serving an 8-year sentence at the time. Developing tonight, a man arrested during a West Side drug bust was in court today. Bond was set for Kenneth Reynolds at $500,000, and we've learned that 2 little kids were also at the home at the time of that bust, something deputies say is becoming all too common. Terry Sullivan has the full story. Back to the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Marshall McPeak tracking things for us tonight. And I was just saying it's starting to get wet in some communities right now.
So there are a few showers at the moment. A lot of it is evaporating on the way down, but some of it's getting to the surface. And so where that happens, you might...
Hey! Ho-ho! Has got to go!
OSU students lifting their voices, sharing their concerns, speaking out on everything from campus housing issues to pushback from university administration over protests on campus. This protest was organized by a coalition of Ohio State University students and local activists. The group directly calling out OSU President Ted Carter. For many of those students, the frustration runs deep. Their hope is by speaking up, it will help to spark what they call needed change.
OSU, what do you say? OSU, what do you say?
A unified call for change outside the Ohio Union Tuesday.
They're attacking our education. Trans rights.
OSU student activists voicing worries over a variety of issues, including the university's investments, concerns over the state of student housing, and what they call the growing repression of campus activism and protest.
I have a question for Ted Carter. Is this not what citizenship looks like?
As well as a shift in university policy regarding diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives to fall in line with new guidelines from the Trump administration. Cuts to DEI programs have been a major talking point at colleges across the country. We reached out to university administration for a comment on the protest and student concerns. A spokesman for OSU sent us a statement saying, in part, we remain committed to welcoming individuals of all backgrounds from every community in Ohio.
I think that the university's policies are becoming very draconian.
For those here, the frustration's real. Part of their push for university administration, specifically President Ted Carter, to acknowledge their issues and take concrete steps to address them.
We demand to be heard by the president and the board of trustees and the people in power.
Those at the rally promised this demonstration would not be the last, pushing, they say, for a shift in university policies. Ahead tonight, we are counting you down to the start of the baseball season. Tonight, we're checking in with the Columbus Clippers as they gear up to open the season. And a good find at the Goodwill. We'll take a look at the expensive painting an Ohio woman bought for just a few bucks. Check this out. Can you actually guess how much it's worth? Developing tonight, Central Ohio's tech boom could be getting a big boost of power. The city of New Albany says it's gotten plans for 3 natural gas projects to help support the New Albany International Business Park, which needs consistent large-scale power. Construction could start by the end of the year. Well, baseball fans across the country are gearing up for a big week. Opening day for many teams just days away. Sports Director Dave Holmes checking in with the Columbus Clippers to get insight on how the team is getting ready for the season ahead. Looking forward to that. Thanks a lot, Dave. All new tonight, a trip to the Goodwill turning into a financial windfall for a Dayton woman. A small painting that she bought turned out to be a pretty big deal. And we do start tonight with a live look over the city of Columbus tonight. It has been a windy day across the city. Right now, we are under a wind advisory, so be sure to tie down that grill in the backyard. And of course, hold on to those small little dogs on that evening walk. I would hate to see them flying away.
No, not the puppies. Let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Marshall McPeak, and we're talking about gusts. These are serious, up to 50 miles per hour.
Some of this has been really strong during the day. We can hear it rattling the roof here.
Sure.
Maybe it blew the geese away because we haven't
They
heard
did.
them
When
recently.
I pulled in, they were sitting and chilling on the lawn out front. I'm like, oh, just be casual about your life, geese.
They are happy. So in any case, if you're...
As communities across Central Ohio continue to grow, safety and security is a major focus, and a well-staffed fire department is a big part of that effort.
And tonight only on ABC 6, the State Fire Marshal's office is taking us behind the scenes as dozens of young cadets train to fill hundreds of those open positions. Kate Seifert has the full story. Tonight, an employee of the Columbus City School District is recovering after getting hit by another worker early this morning. This all happened at the Fort Hays Bus Center just before 5:30 this morning. The district tells us an employee was walking in the parking lot when another accidentally hit them. They are expected to be okay. The incident did not impact any bus routes. And developing tonight, a wrestling and track coach in the Johnstown Monroe School District is on paid administrative leave. Corey Ross is charged with unlawful sexual conduct with a student. Now, according to court records, his arrest stems from incidents back in September of 2023. All of this was before he started working with the school district. The district sent us a letter and a letter to parents stating that, to their knowledge, the allegations do not involve a student in their district. The Fairfield County Sheriff's Office is investigating tonight. All new, Governor Rodney Dunigan is weighing in on the future of school funding and how all of this will impact your kids' education.
We have been sharing the funding fears about possible state budget cuts for weeks. Today, Mike McCarthy took their concerns to the governor. What did he say?
So, Jessica and Rodney, Governor
Closing up shop, they're having a goodbye party this Friday, March 28th, for one last round of fun. The last day of operation is on Sunday, March 30th. A reminder that you can still get your full of those free classic arcade games at Penn's Mechanical Company. They do have the same owners.
Coming up, it is a long-standing tradition for national champions, and we can confirm the Bucks are taking part.
Ahead, when the White House will be turning scarlet and gray, and how head coach Ryan Day is getting to know the team's new voice after some well-known faces went pro.
Lean invests, builds and manages its communities, but now they need millions from the city, the county, and the state.
And tonight, On Your Side investigator Lisa Ronsula is breaking down 3 projects that are ready to break ground. Lisa? All right, thank you, Lisa. Tonight, the Hilliard City Council is set to vote on a brand new 300-unit housing development. The proposed Hill Farm 2 subdivision would transform Jefferland Drive into a connector road between the neighborhoods. Now, this has gotten a bunch of negative feedback from neighbors who simply worry it could lead to traffic and safety hazards. Tonight, we expect the city to present a traffic study and the potential road and crosswalk improvements. Many families are also expected to attend to voice their concerns. That meeting is set for 7 o'clock. Of course, we have a crew there. We will have the very latest tonight at 11.
In the football fever, the 2025 Ohio State Buckeyes back in practice this morning, getting ready to defend their national championship.
But of course, the 2024 Buckeyes still have one more honor to receive in celebration of that title. Sports director Dave Holmes has a lot more from the Woody.